Okay.
Andy Calabrese Jr.
And I'm Fran, Calabrese. His name is Cameron.
And who are you?
We're husband and wife.
And who are you to the church?
We are members of St. Michael's Church. We are Roman Catholic. We are both descendants of Amalfi, Italy. My grandfather, his grandmother, and possibly way back when they knew each other. We are descendants of Amalfi, Italy. This is the St. Andrew's Society Club, and it was founded in the year 1900 by the immigrants from Italy, from Amalfi, Italy. When they came to Connecticut from Italy, there was about a 10-block radius of all people from southern Italy. There were several different towns and villages. There was Amalfi, there was Trani, Minori, Lituria. I mean, there were so many parts of southern Italy, and they all lived in this 10-block radius. It was Worcester Square.
That's this?
Those are the
Worcester Square.
The map I'm showing you here, the paper, this is this right here. That's a close-up of it. And what else do you want me to...
Now we're celebrating St. Andrew from Amalfi, Italy.
Okay.
At the church, the cathedral there.
Which one?
St. Andrew's.
And this is the tomb.
That's his tomb, yes.
Okay. And what's this?
They're carrying the statue like we're going to do Sunday here. They carry it on their shoulders back to the church.
Okay. And this?
That's the front of the church. That's an old postcard that showed it years ago. That's the newer one. That's a modern day.
Okay, and this is where?
That's Amalfi, Italy. That's the church right here.
Oh, okay. All right. What else is important here?
Now today is actually June 27th. This is the feast day of the miracle of St. Andrew.
All right, let's go over here.
That's right there, yeah.
Over here, what's here? What's over here?
Okay, tell them about.
Okay. In the year 1544, on June 27th, the Turks were coming across the Tyrrhenian Sea, which is the waterway right outside of Amalfi, and they were bombing Amalfi. The people of Amalfi went into the cathedral, and they took the statue of St. Andrew, they brought it down to the beach, and they prayed to St. Andrew to save them. There was, as legend goes, there was an old man on the side on the beach. He had a piece of wood and a knife, and he was whittling the wood. As he was the shavings of the wood went into the sea and made a big storm, a big tempest, and sunk all the Turkish ships to Amalfi was saved. That person, that man, was St. Andrew, and he came back to save his town of Amalfi.
Okay.
So the recreation every year in Amalfi, Italy, they take his statue, they have a procession through the town to the beach. They put it into the beach, they set off fireworks to simulate the bombing, the Turks bombing the shore. They then bring his statue back to the church, and as you can see, there are many steps. I think the count was 52 steps. The men have St. Andrew on a platform on their shoulders, right here, and they run that statue up all of those steps back to the cathedral in 6 seconds.
Wow.
And it's a marvel to see. The reason the St. Andrew Society was started here, as the other societies through the years, the people that the immigrants were missing their home villages. So they formed these societies in honor of the patron saint of their villages. There was, in Minori, Italy, St. Trophimina Society. Atrani had the Society of Santa Maria Magdalene.
Right in the front.
Then Scafati, Italy, was Santa Maria del Vergine. There's also St. Catello's Society. the Market John Society. There's several different societies. A lot of them have dwindled away. St. Trophamina has restarted. There was no one left. So a group of men in our club, they actually started up the club again, and they're resurrecting it. But we here celebrate St. Andrew's Miracle every year, the last few days of June. And now what we will do on Sunday morning, we will have a procession. The men carry St. Andrew on the platform on their shoulders, just like they do in Amalfi. And they go through all of the streets in the surrounding area. And then they bring him back to the church, and they set off the fireworks like they do now in Amalfi. And then we have our Mass at St. Michael's.
Every Sunday?
That's this Sunday, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Oh,
This is one of the processions from many years ago. See how they have the platform on their shoulders and they're carrying the statue.
okay. And what is this here?
This was 1923. It was all of the religious societies. They took this picture over here on 2 blocks away. Is the green? They call it Worcester Square Green. This was 1923. That was the year the Ladies Society founded. 1900 was the men, but the ladies started in 1923. But these were all of the societies at the time. And I wouldn't be able to tell you who was who. But
No,
these
that's
were the
okay.
ladies that started the St. Andrew Society right here in the white. And that's why we still today, on Sunday morning for our procession, the women all wear white. But we, now here's Rosa DeLauro. This is many years ago. She's our congresswoman.
Where?
That's Rosa right there. Rosa grew up just 2 blocks from here. And her mother, they were very active here.
They had a bakery on Worcester Street
Yep.
years ago.
Her mother grew up here.
That's Teresa Argento. She's the one
Teresa
that
was
started.
president of the Ladies Society for many,
She's the one that had all the pictures in her boxes that I took and put in these frames.
And
Good.
oh, okay,
That's Amalfi.
okay.
These are from festivals through the years. That's my father-in-law right there. That's
Right.
another Andrew. He was an entertainer. He was a singer, and he sang every year at this festival. He entertained. He was an Italian singer. But he was born over here on Worcester Street.
Okay, we got to bring this to a
These
close.
are some of the ladies through the years.
Let's see. All right, running out of time.
Okay.
That's another picture of the ladies, but that was taken in Britain.
Oh yeah, we got to get this.
And that's right in front of St. Michael's Church.
Well,
You want to get the Men's Society? The Men's Society? The Men's Society, yes.
I'm following you. Go ahead. And what is this? What is this?
These are the founders from 1900 of our society.
They started the society here in
What society?
St. Andrews. It said November 1st, 1900. On top. Now, it was at the older club on Hamilton Street, but this house here is a historical house. It was St. Louis Church here. In 1962, it burnt down. And that's when we purchased it. And this is the rectory, the building. And that's the history of the house. It was a French church years ago. It's all history. It's all down in history in New Haven. You can all,
Okay. All right, I think I got everything.
Okay.
And let me step back here and get you guys one more time. And you guys are who again?
We're Andrew and Fran Calabrese. We've been together, married for 46 years, but we met when I was 11 and he was 12 at St. Rose Church in New Haven.
All right, thank you.